What is up, my rebels? Mystic Umbreon 94 here, and today I have a pretty special top 5 for you guys. This special 5 is none other than my top 5 Pokemon that deserve Mega Evolutions. Most of the Pokemon on this list are Pokemon that are very underrated and can benefit dramatically from this metamorphosis. Most of these Pokemon are lost and forgotten Pokemon that people forgot about because they are hardly mentioned or they just suck in the competitive aspect. These Mega Evolutions can help players and fans remember that these are all Pokemon and deserve some kind of recognition in the Pokemon community. Remember that this list is 100% opinionated and you guys can disagree if you want to. If you guys have your own special Megas, do not hesitate to share them in the comment section below and discuss amongst the other commenters. Also, I wanted to give a humongous shout out to my GFX artist Chespin 98 for the spectacular layout and artwork he found online. Go check out his channel. He does some spectacular content. His link will be in the description below. Also, the mega artwork in this video also does not belong to me or Chespin. The links of these artworks will be put in the description of the video. So without any further ado, let's give these Pokemon the spotlight. Buzzing into the number 5 slot is the Bug Dragonfly Flygon. Okay guys, Flygon had to be on this list. Most of the fans out there want it, and I can also see it's very overrated in terms of Pokemon deserving Mega Evolutions. But if I want to put this Pokemon on the list, people would have yelled at me as well. So both ways, I'm kind of screwed. But this is also based off of my own opinion as well. Back in November, when I was on Skype hanging with some friends, they leaked the new Mega Evolutions for the upcoming Aurus games. I was hyped because I knew that Mega Flygon could definitely be on the list. Instead, they give it to the knockoff Dragon and Altaria, which I'm actually okay with because I really do like Altaria. So now we have a deformed, frail airplane sitting in the broken tier. Nice job, Game Freak. But enough of my ranting about Salamence, let's get into why I would like to see Flygon get a Mega. For one, Flygon has and always will look like a bug, plus it has access to moves like Signal Beam, U-Turn, Struggle Bug, and Bug Bite. But since its original typing is officially Ground and Dragon, there really can be no change done to it. But with a Mega Evolution, type change is possible, as seen with Charizard Mega evolving into Charizard X. It removes its flying type, and gains Dragon typing. As for ability, I would probably give it Swarm to ensure that Bug typing attacks get more power. Stats wise, I would raise both physical attack and speed to 130, buff up defenses and HP to around 85 to 90, and special attack to 95. Overall, I just feel Flygon should have gotten that Dragon Mega Evolution over Salamence, and it should get more love than that. Surfing into the number 4 slot is Lapras. Lapras is one of those Pokemon old Pokemon fans are very familiar with. Ash abandoned it in the Orange Islands, and you could capture it on Friday nights in Union Cave in the Generation 2 games. Lapras should have a Mega because it is a big fan favorite, and it would make an excellent arsenal to Ash's possible Mega list. Having the creators give Lapras a Mega would give them an excuse to incorporate Lapras back in the series again and satisfy fans. The typings of this Mega would still be its original typing of Water and Ice, and its ability would be Refrigerate to power up its Ice type attacks, making Lapras' physical Ice attacks and special attacks about equal in power. Lapras' defense stat could be base 90, and special defense could stay 95. Attack stats could be raised to around 95 for each, and speed could be raised to about 80 to outspeed the majority of the walls in the UU tier. Lapras' other stats have the ability to easily make it into the OU tier, but with its speed only being 80, it can't outspeed the majority of the tier. Lapras' design has its same basic design as its regular form, but has an added iceberg to its back to make the viewer see it is also an Ice type. This design is probably the best that we can find to define Lapras' characteristics while still maintaining its base form design. Lapras overall is a great Pokemon, and I have been a fan of it since I was a child, so that's why it landed in this number 5 spot. Cosmic powering into the number 3 slot is the Ursa Major constellation Pokemon Ursaring. The first thing that attracted me to Mega Ursaring was by far its design. Ursaring is based off of the constellation Ursa Major or the Great Bear. To show some visual evidence, in the Pokemon Channel game released in 2003, you can gain access to viewing constellations, and the player is able to see the Ursa Major constellation. You can see an outline of the Ursaring as well. I'm going to put an image right here. Da-da-da. In this Mega design that I found online, the creator incorporated this constellation / astronomical aspect to its Mega Evolution by adding some cosmic features to it. The middle rock in the center of his stomach looks like a moon rock along with its arms looking like that as well, with some sort of astronomical rocks. Some more cosmic features I can see are the rings connecting the moon rock in his stomach acting like a planet, like how Saturn has rings. With this mega design connecting it so much to Ursaring's origin as the Ursa Major constellation, the creators can actually show their audience Ursaring is based off of something stellar rather than just simply hinting at it. Possible typings could be Fairy and Normal or Psychic and Normal, but Ursaring doesn't really have any access to any Psychic attacks besides Rest, whereas in Fairy it has access to Play Rough. Ability would most likely have to be Tough Claws, as Ursaring's best stat is its physical attack, and its move pool is mainly filled with attacks that make contact. But to hint more at the Claw part of the ability, it has access to Slash, Shadow Claw, and Metal Claw. Stat-wise, Ursaring's physical attack would move up to 150, speed would be increased to 85, defense and special defense stats would increase to at least 90, matching its HP stat, which I would leave unchanged. As far as the tier would go, I would place this into OU due to its very high physical attack and amped up defense stats for being able to take some hits. Ursaring overall, though, is a diverse Pokemon to choose, and its cosmic features showing in this mega design and origin of Ursaring being based off the Ursa Major constellation make it a great candidate for this number 5 list. Fluttering into the number 2 slot is Butterfree. Okay, bottom line, I love Butterfree so much. Ever since Ash caught it in the anime, I have been a Butterfree fanboy, and when he released it in the anime, I cried. Yes, I will admit that. Butterfree having a Mega Evolution is practically the same as Lapras. By giving it a Mega Evolution, they can make an excuse to bring Butterfree back to the series and potentially reunite with Ash. And I know for a fact, all the old veteran Pokemon anime fans like myself would actually take a minute to go watch that heartwarming moment between Ash and Butterfree. And maybe teach Ash a few things about releasing his Pokemon. Good job. Also, can we not forget that Caterpie was his first Pokemon that Ash ever caught and evolved? That's pretty special. Pidgeot got a Mega as well. So I mean, it is possible the creators can do that. I mean, they can do anything they choose, really. Also, with Beedrill getting a Mega Evolution, Butterfree should get one as well. They are practically the same. The dynamic duo, bug duo, that you can run into the Viridian Forest. Leaving one stronger than the other just does not seem right in my opinion. Now let's take a closer look at the design that I found online. Its wings seemed based off of those of a blue Merkle butterfly, with that shade of blue to give it that psychic type feel. As seen in the anime, a lot of psychic attacks are a shade of blue, so I feel this color scheme fits perfectly for it. The blackness around its body and fur right below its eyes and above its feet make it more identical like a butterfly, hence its name, Butterfree. As far as typing goes, Bug and Psychic should be it. It gets access to a lot of Psychic moves like Psychic, Dream Eater, Confusion, and Psybeam, so it's basically pointing the wing towards Psychic typing. Ability-wise, I'm gonna have to go with Protein. It has a wide move pool with moves like Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and Hyper Beam. This ability would go perfectly for it, so it can cover more of its weaknesses more effectively because of its frail defense stat. Stats-wise, well, pretty much revolve around Mega Beedrill stats, except Butterfree's special attack would be 150, and speed would probably be 140, 5 below Mega Beedrill's speed. Butterfree is just so precious to me, and I would literally freak out if Butterfree would actually get a Mega Evolution. That is why Butterfree is a definite candidate for this top 5 list. Love Butterfree. Kung Fu Sticky, bow, meow, meow, meow. Into the number 1 slot, ladies and gentlemen, is Farfetch'd. This Pokemon is so underrated, people forget Farfetch'd. It hardly gets brought up in the anime. People don't really use it because of its stats and its lack of not having an evolution, but all these problems could be fixed if the creators would just sit down and give it a Mega Evolution. I didn't really appreciate Farfetch as a kid until I met Sam the Farfetch in my Storm Silver and Sacred Gold co-op Egglock with my friend Arizo. Arizo hatched Sam, and that little ducky went to work, literally dominating almost anything. Sam showed me Farfetch or Special, and they can work. So that got me to thinking, Game Freak, this duck needs a Mega. So as far as the design goes, it has a mask on its face, kind of indicating it as a superhero. A belt that is similar to a superhero, and 2 Kung Fu fighting sticks. Kind of already hinted that in the intro of this video. I mean, in the intro of this top 5. It's Farfetch. Damn it! This design is really cool. I think I like how Farfetch'd has 2 sticks rather than 1, you know, it really shows its stat raise and can show the viewer a closer look of how powerful Farfetch'd has really become. Typings, I would just leave them at normal and flying. Ability-wise, I would definitely go with Gale Wings. Having priority flying attacks come in a lot of handy, and Gale Wings Brave Bird is pretty scary. Also, Talonflame wouldn't have to worry about being the only one being the biggest troll in OU anymore. Literally, for stats, I would just copy Talonflames because they have the same abilities, and Farfetch'd stats would stat boost actually, would basically be the equivalent to Talonflames, so I think I have pretty much stated why I think Farfetch'd should be my number 1. Hashtag DuckLove. And that, guys, pretty much wraps up my top 5 list of Pokemon that deserve Mega Evolutions. If you guys have your own special potential Megas that you would like to see get Mega Evolutions, do not hesitate to put them in the comment section below. I'm Mr. Umbra94, and as always, guys, keep it rebellious. See you in the next one.